Could you please put your hands together and welcome Improbotics?
Welcome to the Midlands Arts Centre in Birmingham, where I'm taking in a spot of improv comedy.
Are you drunk? Are you not drunk? Are you drunk?
In the troupe we have Piotr, Sarah, Marwin, Rule, Boyd, Paul and Alex.
But unlike you humans, I can learn from my mistakes. Ha ha ha.
Yeah, this is Improbotics. Alex is the artificial language experiment, and although the robot is the physical presence on stage, it's the AI chatbot on Piotr's computer that's feeding it its lines.
But you're always afraid of the...
I'm not listening.
Essentially, you're improvising with this really rogue element, somebody who can't say yes to you and they can't really take your suggestions on board. So it's doing an extra level thing in that you're trying so hard to make this robot look good.
Sometimes that is harder than others.
I've been searching for you too, Alex.
I am afraid for the future.
I have to say, yes, it's impressive that Alex is doing what it's doing, but you guys are, I can see that you're working hard.
We are working hard,
to deal with what you're getting back from the robot.
That's what I like about it. I like the challenge of that because it's an extra level of improv where it's like another muscle that you're working and it's so much fun. Yeah.
The neighbours had to break the door down to get us out.
Yes.
To avoid even more complications, they're not using speech recognition here. Instead, Piotr types in the words spoken by the cast and then manually selects the best response from a list of suggested next lines.
The fire was started suddenly.
Alex is running the dialogue prediction program called GPT-3, which has been trained on gigabytes of web pages, conversations and movie scripts. So in theory, if you give it a topic and a line of dialogue, it should be able to give you something reasonable to say next.
6 years ago, I realized there was a strange connection between those statistical machine learning models that were trained to do the most obvious thing and improv comedy, which was about us humans trying to give the simplest answer and stop thinking and rather just follow our intuition.
Partway through the show, the robot body is ditched, and instead the chatbot feeds lines through an earpiece directly to one of the actors, who can then add some human flair to the unusual dialogue.
I think that I can trust everything in the capable hands of this young man.
I am really under control.
I believe him.
Let's do it.
If AI was better at improv, do you think it would be as funny?
I actually don't, because another key thing about improv, we talk a lot about celebrating failure. So the idea, those kind of tangential things and those odd things that we as humans then have to kind of overcome, that's where a lot of the comedy is for us, I think. So if it was all really smooth and perfect, the audience are listening, but they're not necessarily reacting. So yeah, I think the odd stuff is what we enjoy.
After the show, and with the audience at a safe distance, it's my turn to be the voice of Alex.
The only problem is the past lives in the body of the fiancé.
What? The whole performance is, of course, worthy of an award, and if you'd like to see it before anyone else, I'm putting it on my Twitter feed, details on screen now. Please try not to injure yourself laughing.
Then he jumped out, took the cake into a clinking wine glass. All right, now you're just being ridiculous. Like, what's going on? Okay, it's fine.